सर आपका माइक गड़बड़ है जी। माइक माइक हेडफोन चेंज कर लीजिए, हेडफोन में प्रॉब्लम है।
Now I am audible, sir?
यस सर, अब ठीक है।
Okay. Let me start.
यस सर, यू कैन स्टार्ट।
We can start, sir.
यू कैन स्टार्ट सर।
ओके, थैंक यू। तो आज हम आईआईसी वीसीटीएम के तहत एक लेक्चर ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हैं, सेशन ऑन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एंड आइडिएशन वर्कशॉप। और हमारे साथ में संजय सर हैं। संजय सर एनआईटी नोएडा से हैं और बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स को संजय सर डील करते हैं। तो मैं आपका ज़्यादा समय न लेते हुए संजय सर से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि संजय सर अपना लेक्चर बच्चों को दें, क्योंकि संजय सर के बारे में जितना कहा जाए उतना कम है। सूरज को दिया दिखाने के बराबर होगा संजय सर के बारे में तारीफ करना। तो संजय सर प्लीज आप सेशन ऑन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एंड आइडिएशन वर्कशॉप पर अपना लेक्चर स्टार्ट करें।
Okay sir, thank you. Thank you for your introduction. I am sharing my screen, so please let me know is it visible or not.
प्लीज बाकी लोग अपना वीडियो और ऑडियो प्लीज उसको म्यूट पे चले जाएं।
I think my PPT is visible now.
यस सर, इट इज विजिबल।
Okay, so before starting, I would like to thanks the entire team of Vivekanand for organizing this lecture. This is the lecture which can start from the scratch to give the any idea from the student as well as faculty side also. So any student which is related to the any innovation, entrepreneurship, startup, or any type of problem which is associated to their career, that can be cope up with these topic also. So the problem solving and ideation is nothing but it is the started when we are thinking about any problem, or we can thinking about any solution. So this is not just a uh, any specific for the startup innovation or any thing related to the IIC only. It is for a general purpose also. So we have to know these type of concept for the application. So we are going to discuss how that problem solving help you and what is their techniques and how we can cope up with the ideation technique to solve the that problem solving. I think my audio and video both are visible. Ranvija sir,
यस सर।
PPT is also visible in the full screen mode.
यस सर।
Okay. So,
आपके पास बिल्कुल।
okay. So the outline of that session is basically based on the introduction, problem solving techniques, the ideation methods, group dynamics in that ideation, and implementation and action plan. This is the some outline which will be covered in upcoming 30 to 45 minutes. So the purpose, if we are talking about the purpose of this session, so to enhance problem solving skill, that is the main idea of that particular workshop, and also enhancing the ideation process, so you can equipped with the methodology that can be uh, used in that ideation and problem solving techniques. So That target audience, it is used for student, faculty members, as well as the industry professionals also. We expect after that session, we have some ability of problem solving and the practical techniques that can be applied to the different field, which is related to the your relevant area. So the importance, if we are talking about the problem solving and uh, ideation, so the innovation which play the very crucial role in our life. That means if we can create something new or we can think about something new, then there will be some problem, and that problem will be minimized, as well as that problem can be arises when we proceed for that particular problem solving. So the innovation is basically a key factor that can be solve any problem which you have in your mind or in your profession. So the innovation can be a key for unlocking the any law which is related to the problem. So the problem can be solved by the innovation, and that innovation is come up with the that ideation technique. So the organization or your personal can be benefited for from that problem solving and ideation to increase the efficiency, enhance the teamwork, and ultimately a stronger competitive edge within the industry, within the that uh, society also. So we can create a culture with the creativity. So if we are talking about the that problem, so we have to define the problem. So first we have to identify the root cause of that particular problem. So to identify the root cause, there will be a several techniques, but one of the most important technique that can be adopted by the Toyota in 1930 for their uh, problem solving by the producing the car in a large manner. So that five whys approach can be a effective technique that can be solve the any real life problem to give the root cause of that particular problem. So if we are talking about the problem statement development, if we identify the root cause, then we can go for the their problem statement development, and we can have to the clear cut vision of how the problem can be solved. So we start from the searching for root cause. So there will be a technique that is called as the five why. So if we are talking about the five whys, so it is basically started with the problem. If there will be a problem, then we have to assemble a right team. Right team, it means the people or the person who are in diversified field, not in the particular or single field. They can have their own mindset, and they have to be involved in as a manner, so that they can give their genuine suggestion without the fear. So we start asking the why. Why means we can start a questions in between the question, and we can have the root cause of that specific problem. So we will discuss how with the example how why can be applied in multiple times. If we get the root cause, then developed and implementation action can be carried out. So for the why, for the sake of the example, we have a goal. I want to on my ऑन बिजनेस कि मैं एक अपना बिजनेस करना चाहता हूं, जिस बिजनेस में मुझको अपना स्टार्ट करना है. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट व्हाई डू वांट टू डू दिस, कि मैं यही बिजनेस क्यों करना चाहता हूं, या बिजनेस करना ही क्यों चाहता हूं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. तो it will allow me to have greater control over how I spend my time. कि अगर मैंने पूछ लिया कि यही बिजनेस मुझको करना है, then it can control my time. Then the next question, that is the part of the first question, why do I want to do this? क्यों इसी को करना है? कि जैसे मैं अपना टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहता हूँ, तो क्यों टाइम स्पेंड करना है? सो आई कैन हैव मोर फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इन लाइफ। एक आंसर इसका हुआ कि जो है मेरे पास लाइफ में फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी हो। देन देयर विल बी अनदर क्वेश्चन, व्हाई डू आई वांट टू डू दिस? मैं अपनी लाइफ में फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी क्यों लाना चाहता हूँ, या क्या जरूरत है इसकी? सो आई विल बी एबल टू वर्क फ्रॉम होम। मतलब मेरा एक सॉल्यूशन होगा, या मेरा एक आइडिया हो सकता है कि मैं जो है किसी की नौकरी नहीं करना चाहता, मैं घर से काम करना चाहता हूँ। दैट इज दी वन प्रॉब्लम। देन वी कैन आस्क, व्हाई डू आई डू टू दिस? मीन्स मैं घर से काम क्यों करना चाहता हूँ? इसका भी आंसर हो सकता है, आई विल बी एबल टू स्पेंड मोर टाइम विथ माई सन एंड डॉटर। ये एक इसका सोल्यूशन हो सकता है कि मैं अपने बच्चों के साथ ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहता हूँ। देन अगेन क्वेश्चन, व्हाई डू आई वांट टू डू दिस? कि मैं अपने बच्चों और इनके साथ क्यों ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहता हूँ। देन सपोर्टिंग माई फैमिली इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स टू मी। अल्टीमेटली इतने क्वेश्चन, मतलब 5 क्वेश्चन पूछने के बाद मिनिमम हमारे पास रूट कॉज जो है मोटिवेशन का मिल गया कि हमको बिजनेस क्यों करना है। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं अपनी फैमिली को सपोर्ट करना चाहता हूँ, और वो मेरे लिए लाइफ में सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट। दैट्स व्हाई these 5 why can clearly define your root cause। और 5 why का मतलब ये है कि मिनिमम 5 क्वेश्चन पे आ जाता है, अदरवाइज यू कैन गो बियॉन्ड दिस ऑल्सो। कि जो है कोई ऐसा ही मिल गया जो ऑब्वियसली आपके जो है इस क्वेश्चन को और घुमा रहा है, देन यू कैन गो फॉर दी एक्चुअल कॉज। अब इस पे अगर किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, देन देयर विल बी नो ऑप्शन कि हम इससे पूछो कि तुम्हारे लाइफ में क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये क्यों है, तो वो सिंपल ही आएगा। दैट इज द वे। सो वी हैव टू यूज दिस टाइप ऑफ टेक्निक टू go for the root cause of that particular problem. After getting that particular problem, वी हैव अ एनालिटिकल प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, कि हम एनालिटिकली कैसे उसको हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। ऐसे तो हमने अभी ऑब्वियसली इस तरह से जो है वो हमने रूट कॉज निकाला। देन वी हैव अ स्वेट एनालिसिस। स्वेट एनालिसिस सबको पता है, दैट इज द स्ट्रेंथ, वीकनेस एंड द अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड थ्रेट्स। इसमें जो है स्ट्रेंथ और वीकनेस हमारी इंटरनल होती है, दैट इज द इंटरनल, and the opportunity and threats are basically the part of the that external factor that can affect by the external factors. So this is the SWOT analysis. So we can analyze the strength of our idea, yeah, our firm, or our on, or the monetary. That can be our internal things. Internal things, मेरे पास कितना पैसा है, मेरे पास कितनी नॉलेज है, that can be my internal things. वीकनेस, मुझको ये भी पता है, अच्छा मेरी वीकनेस क्या हो सकती है, मेरे कॉन्टेक्ट्स कम है, फंड की लिमिट कम है, that may be a internal, वो मेरा अपना प्रॉब्लम है। द एक्सटर्नल अपॉर्चुनिटीज की अगर बात करें, then there will be a opportunity. If I have a low budget, then there will be a lot of opportunity to get the funding from the government, private, as well as different types of investors. That is the opportunity. Trace, that means if we are talking about the taking the loan, or starting any business or anything, is there will be any challenges or threats? That means the competitor, the market, that can be also considered. So we have clearly analyzed our that SWOT analysis, and we can go for the market. That root cause analysis also, if we identify a root cause, then that can be analyzed, कि हमारा जो root cause है वो analyzed है. So we have the that factors that contribute to a problem, utilization techniques such as fishbone diagram or any type of cause diagram that can show your clear vision using different parameters or factor that can affect your complete process. So we have the that analytical problem solving technique also. If we are talking about the creative प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग टेक्निक, दिस इज द अनदर मेथड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. इसमें आप लोगों ने सुना भी होगा दैट ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग, माइंड मैपिंग एंड स्कैम्पर टेक्निक, दीज थ्री आर बेसिकली यूज. इसमें जो ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग है दैट आर दी वेरी मच used in any organization. That means the numbers of people in the same mindset or different mindset that can be collected together, and they can be freely give their idea and their uh, problem statement or their creativity or their contribution without any judgmental or without any hesitation कि हम उनको जो है आपने ऐसा क्यों बोला, इस तरह के हम कोई भी चीजें उनको बिना चेक किए बिना जज किए वी कैन हैव दी और suggestions in the brainstorming system. That mind mapping, that mind mapping mapping is basically the next stage of that particular uh, brainstorming or the problems or the idea which can be generated. So we can have the visually organized thoughts and idea fostering to more holistic understanding and interconnected concept that can enable better and various solution of a problem. So we use the mind mapping also. The last, the scamper technique is basically made up with the substitute, combine, adapt, and modify. It is the combination of that substitute, combine, adapt, and modify. That can be the scamper technique. And our creative thinking or that tool can be used these scamper technique to modify entire idea that can be generated and we can get a simple solutions. So the concept generation for the ideation phase, we have two thinking. If you are aware about the design thinking, we already discussed in many books or we already heard about the divergent thinking and convergent thinking. The divergent thinking, that means there will be lots of idea that can be various possibilities or the solution that can be created, and that will be the without immediate judgment, fostering creativity and innovation. That means there will be an idea that can be randomly picked or that can be achieved from any of our stakeholders. That divergent thinking, after getting the different idea, we have to m- maximize or minimize, or we can have to arrange these idea into a fruitful or useful or optimized way of solving that problem. So that convergent thinking involves narrowing down various idea and solution into a single. एक में हम इसको लेके आए, सबको हमने नैरो डाउन कर दिया है. ठीक है. So there will be a structural ideation technique also. That two technique is basically used in a vast way. The six thinking heads and the five way whys. The five whys we have already discussed in this previous slides during the problem solving. It is the same, and the six heads, which is basically based on the color of that particular hats. That means the white, which is resemble of facts that gather the data, understand the issue or the problem to solve. कि क्या हमको करना है. That is the facts. Then feelings or emotions, that red. They state the problem that can be within the your judgment or you can use for making your own conscience. So the creativity is the green that express new concept and perceptions. The positivity, that is yellow cap or yellow hat, that can be organized for the probe and benefits जिसमें इसको हम यूज कर सकते हैं. The blue, that is the analyst used to manage the process and make sure that each heads is used correctly. That analyze is used for these four caps. And last one is the black hat, that is the judgment. So the spot where difficulties and dangers, questions, and feasibility of approaches to be problem, and it can be addressed and solved. This is the six hat or thinking hats technique, started from the white, red, green, yellow, blue, and black. So, if we talking about the structure, then we have the unstructured ideation technique also. Structure and unstructured, that means that is structure means there will be a technique that can be easily implemented and it give the any better results. But unstructured technique that can be uh, the part of the ideation, but it is not the surety it can give the better result और बेस्ट रिजल्ट. सो इट इज यूज्ड बाय द फ्री राइटिंग कि हम जैसे कुछ भी लेके हमने अपने पन्नों पे लिखना शुरू किया, एक की जगह 20 हमने इसमें आइडिया लगाए, दैट इज करेक्टेड और नॉट, इट इज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द आर कैपेबिलिटी. क्रेजी एट, इसमें हम क्या करते हैं कि इसमें जो है हम 8 मिनट में जो है 8 आइडिया को जो है हम जनरेट करने की बात करते हैं. You have a 8 minute time, you can give the 8 idea for that problem solving or any type of problem that can be arises. So it is also crazy eights. That means it is not the uh, method of solving any problem, but it is the thinking that can explore multiple concept in a short time frame. Same then idea journals. It is also the personal notebook where individual concept, thought, sketch, inspiration over time can be documented in a journal. So it can be used for the reference for other purpose. कि इस तरह का आइडिया था तो इसके लिए क्या प्रॉब्लम आई, क्या चीजें इसमें नहीं, that can be minimized. Then visual brainstorming, that can be also brainstorming. There will be a graphics, imaginary, the ideation process, and enable to participant to express their connect आइडिया विजुअली. जैसे होता है ना कि अभी मैंने सब उसमें फिगर रखे थे कि अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो कुछ ऐसा उसको विजुअली बनाए जिससे कि क्वेश्चन जैसा रहे. दैट इज द विजुअल ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग. सो एनीवन कैन correlate or that can be connect with the that specific problem. So अब इसमें हमारे पास आइडिएशन और प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में हमको ये भी फिक्स करना बहुत जरूरी है कि टीम में रोल्स एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या होगी. व्हाट इज द रोल एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ ईच पर्सन इन दैट पर्टिकुलर टीम. So there will be a leader, facilitator, and participant. The leader can set the vision and direction of the ideation process. There will be a role, and ensuring that goal are clear and motivated team members can be contribute their idea effectively, not in the hesitated manner, not in the any type of fear or any type of greed. That can be responsibility of leader. So the facilitator manages the flow of discussion. That can be the start the meeting, that can organize the meeting. It is the facilitator, and it their facilitator is the role to give the sufficient time for each and every member to give their suggestions or idea in the productive way. The participant, they bring the diverse perspective and expertise to the table, collaborating, generate idea while actively engaging in the discussion and feedback. And they can give their valuable suggestions without any judgment or without any fear. So these are the team roles during the problem solving and ideation. Okay, so the encouraging participant, it is also the part of the problem solving as well as ideation. So inclusivity is the important things, as I have already uh, explained many times. If any person in any region that can not give their suggestion or their idea or hesitate to speak up, then the facilitator and leader can give the environment so that each and every person can give their idea and suggestion without fear, rejection, or judgment. That is the inclusivity. Each and every member is important for that particular problem solving and ideation workshop. So handling dominance in the discussion, obviously कोई ऐसा होता है जो खुद डोमिनेट करता है कि नहीं नहीं या वो अपने आप में कुछ डोमिनेट हो जाते हैं कि अब हम नहीं बोल पाएंगे, यहाँ पे बड़े लोग हैं, मैनेजमेंट है, हमारे प्रोफेसर, समथिंग लाइक दैट, दैट कैन बी अवॉइडेड ड्यूरिंग दी दैट आइडिएशन और प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. सो अब हम इसके बाद जो है, इफ देयर विल बी अ आइडिया दैट कैन received, so we have to prioritize the idea. Prioritize the idea, that means first one is the feasibility study and second one the impact study or the analysis. So feasibility analysis, that means if we come up with the idea that can be a good business or that will be the business for the future, but we have to analyze the feasibility of that particular solution or the idea. Is there any potential that can be used in future? Then we have to analyze their impact कि क्या ये सोसाइटी पे, कंट्री पे या इकोनॉमी पे कोई इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है, तब हम इसकी बात करेंगे. अदरवाइज वी हैव टू चेंज और वी हैव टू रीसॉल्व दी दैट प्रॉब्लम आल्सो. दैट इज द feasibility analysis and impact analysis. ठीक है. अब हम एक्शन स्टेप की बात करेंगे. आफ्टर द feasibility and impact analysis, we have to set our milestone, assigning the responsibility and monitoring the process. This is the simple way as we can go for the solve their problem and we can get the best solution. That means the setting the milestone, that means we हमको पता होना चाहिए कि जो हमने प्रोजेक्ट या उसके लिए हमने विजन के लिए जो हमने लीडर ने हमारे डिसाइड किया है, that can be achievable and we have to achieve it. सो उसके लिए हमको डेजिग्नेट भी करनी पड़ेगी टीम, जो हमने लीडर और फैसिलिटेटर और पार्टिसिपेंट हमने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में लगाए थे, अब उनको रोल भी देना पड़ेगा. रोल इन मीन्स कि किसी को हमने मैनेजर बनाया, किसी को असिस्टेंट मैनेजर, किसी को डिजाइन इंजीनियर, इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दी एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन व्हिच इज रन बाय दी एनी प्रोडक्ट सर्विसेज. दैट्स व्हाई. और उसमें हमको मॉनिटर भी करना पड़ेगा कि व्हाट इज द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ दैट assigned work. This is the simple as that. So in this way we have summarized the our problem solving and ideation technique by monitoring the ओवरऑल इम्पैक्ट. अब हमको इसमें एक चीज और भी करनी पड़ेगी जिसकी हम बात कर रहे थे, ट्रेड्स जो है, स्वेट का जो है, ओवरकमिंग द चैलेंजेस. दैट मींस द रिसोर्स कंस्ट्रेंट, resistance to change and maintaining the momentum. These three are the very much critical for any of the organization or any of the new startup or ongoing startup. That means the resource constraint, that is the identified, that is the related to the finance, personal or material, that maybe hinders the process. So develop the strategy to optimize the resources effectively. अगर हम resistant to changes कहें, address potential opposition and team members, from the team members or stakeholders, so we can have the change according to need or according to demand. Then maintaining the momentum. If we have a large production unit, then we have to maintain our pace to cope up with the market. That is the important. So this is all about the our ideation and problem solving technique. I am now open for the any query or anything you want to discuss. This is all about from the my side. So if there will be any query or question, you have to ask. Sir, your voice is, uh, I think, limited. You can.
हेलो.
Yes, please.
यस सर.
Yes, sir. जी.
यस सर.
I have summarized in 35 minutes, as you already
थैंक यू.
discussed.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू. और आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर. आपने अपने कीमती वक्त में से निकाल कर बच्चों को गाइड किया, और आपसे हम यही आगे भी उम्मीद करेंगे कि आप हमें इसी तरह हमारे बच्चों को गाइड करते रहें. और मुझे लगता है कि आइडिएशन पे बच्चों को एक आइडिया, अच्छा आइडिया हो गया होगा. तो आगे आने वाले क्वार्टर्स की रिपोर्ट में एक हम वर्कशॉप आपके साथ लाइव करना चाहेंगे,
जी,
ऑफलाइन, जिसमें बच्चे कुछ अच्छे से और सीख पाए चीजों को.
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल.
तो दोबारा से धन्यवाद सर, और सभी स्टूडेंट्स को भी धन्यवाद इतना ध्यान से सुनने के लिए. और हम सर को जल्द ही अपने कैंपस में बुलाएंगे. सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर.